All right, hello everyone. Tom Roberts here, Global Vice President with SAP, to talk to you today about a new solution extension. We're going to meet with Keng Lim, the CEO and founder of NextLabs. Keng's company is one of our newest solution extensions in the hot area of cybersecurity. Welcome, Keng.
Thanks, Tom.
Good to see you here today.
Appreciate having me here.
All right. Keng, you're really in a hot spot right now where there's a lot of activity around cybersecurity. What makes NextLabs different from other companies in the industry?
Well, fundamentally, it's very simple. So the industry today, the security technology in the industry today is built around a paradigm called network-centric technologies,
right,
where companies are building up, making the wall thicker and taller, right? So that approach is not going to work anymore, right? So the new approach is about secure data and applications. So you want to focus on your content. So the technology is called data-centric security. So that's what NextLabs do.
It's terrific. Really, that idea that companies keep throwing money at the network to try to make it more and more secure, and that it's really all about the applications and data. Once somebody's in, they can just run loose.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, so you can't assume that, whoever is in the network is safe anymore, right? When the data and applications are leaving the network, right? So you see more applications go to the cloud, go to the SaaS, right? Data, is now shared in the cloud storage, for example. You go into a mobile device. So the technology companies should be invested in is technology to help secure those data so that they don't walk around naked. It's a technology called rights management technology, right? And then on the application side, you want to be able to allow more people to get access to the applications, right? From anywhere, whether they're on the network or not on the network.
Right. So the network serves its typical role, which is to get you there, instead of being the barrier.
Network is now the connector. Right? Network make the application and the data available. Right? Network can no longer secure your data and application anymore.
Right. Well, that's a lot of spending. I mean, a lot of companies have put a lot of money into securing the network. So, do you see in the future here that spend is going to head towards this new approach?
Well, it's already happening, right? I mean, look at the networking industry. I mean, the networking industry is not growing. Companies are not buying more networking device, right?
Yeah.
So and on top of that, companies are also trying to shrink the network, right? I think the smart companies are realizing making the wall thicker and taller is not working.
Doesn't work.
Right? So therefore, they are putting the investment elsewhere. Right. So that's happening, right? I think with the increased number of data breaches, I think people start to also understand the network-centric approach is not working. Right?
Yeah, this is fascinating. What are some of the industries that you're seeing move to this new approach and move away from a network-centric security and really going at app security and content security? And can you share some examples of what you see happening there?
Well, the best example is our U.S. government. Right? It's a public knowledge. The U.S. governments, because of all the issue happening in the past, have now invested. Right, start to now show up their technology and the IT infrastructure using data-centric technology. They are looking at now making sure that the applications are secure. So not just anyone get onto the network can now get access to the application. Not just someone getting onto the network, they can now do anything to the applications. So they're using a technology that is called dynamic authorization technology to help strengthen the access control of the application across, the enterprises, within our governments.
Right.
And then they are using a technology called rights management technology to be able to secure the data. So data moving around, they are not naked anymore. They are secure using encryption technologies. So now you can now use policy to be able to now determine if you are allowed to get access to the data or not, based on what kind of data it is.
Yeah, I think somebody said this quote and it caught my eye, which was a typical song on iTunes has more rights protection than the typical government worker's employee file inside the government network. And that's pretty shocking when you think about it.
That's very true, right? The consumer industry has been around using the technology to be able to protect movies, to be able to protect music, right? Or games, right? When you go buy a games, right? You cannot just say, well, I buy the game, let me go share that with 200 of my friends, and they can use it for free. Right? I think the enterprises are starting to realize that that technology is much needed here. I think what happened here is the rights management technology has been recognized by the enterprises last 10 years, except the technologies are not built to be easy to use. They're not built to be standard-based. right? So NextLab, and that's why we do what we're doing. So we are the first company that invented this next generation right management technology using a standard-based technology that will allow you to be able to control and secure both data inside application as well as data outside applications, right? Which is key, right? Because your data in a document that you share tends to come from applications. So if you can secure both using a single technology, that's big.
Yeah, and it makes it much easier for each of the different technologies to do the role that they were intended for instead of trying to force fit.
Absolutely.
It's great. Well, it's an exciting time, Keng, where I think companies are waking up that you can't just store things in clear text anymore inside the firewall and think you're safe. This idea of really securing the data in the applications is a big one, and I think as our customers adopt this, it's going to lead to some really big things. Thanks for coming in today. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom. Glad to be here.